Welcome back to Weekly Improvements. We all know the classic bike wash stations, like the one here from the YouTuber Burn Peak. Unfortunately, these classic wash stations have a problem. You can almost never get the underside of the frame really clean. I have a solution for that, inspired by the doner kebab skewer. Such a doner skewer is great because the meat is roasted evenly and kept warm. This is possible because the skewer rotates and is heated simultaneously. We can apply the same principle when cleaning a bicycle. The principle is that the bike can rotate, allowing us to clean it from all sides. Easy, right? That's why I designed this, an extra large version of a doner skewer for bicycles. So the construction is a bit of a nightmare. I see it more as a concept, a prototype, if you will. But I believe that one understands what I want to achieve. So to get started now, we are going to the hardware store to get the wood we need. I decided on solid wood. Here in Germany, there are different processing tolerance classes. Since this is a prototype, we initially took the cheaper, less precise wood. We started with the legs. First, we cut them to size. Then we grooved the cutouts with a table saw. Ripped off the leftovers, and cleaned them up again with the saw. That worked quite well, although we had problems with one leg due to the cheaper wood. Next, we made the bracing boards, everything with the miter saw, set to 45 degrees. That was pretty simple, so I'll spare you the whole boring sawing. It's super important to stay hydrated during hard work. If you are generally more interested in the production of such parts, let me know in the comments. You should know that I don't know anything about wood at all. I work more with metals. We noticed while fabricating the parts that we could build it simpler and more stable by placing the large hook in one of the corners, just as can be seen in the CAD. This not only saved time, but also material. Now we just need to put it together. We have already assembled the frame once without the camera running, so that we can just slap it together now. So here's a little recap. Only the last few adjustments. So now the bike is already hanging on the hook, but we want it to rotate. So to save time and especially money, we bought a roller wheel and a bike hook. With a bit of heat and very precise hammer strikes, we're building a rotating hook. As I said, this is a prototype. We tried to bend the hook around the screw as precisely as possible. In the end, it worked out and is sufficient for demonstration purposes. So in the end, just the rotating part at the bottom, very easy printed from PLA, nothing crazy, as you could actually do without the rotating plate at the bottom. I used a tension strap to roughly find the center. Here, you can see how the turntable at the bottom works. Quite poorly, actually. If you can really clean the bike better this way, I will definitely do it differently. I can hardly believe that I'm saying this right now, but my bike is actually way too clean. So we definitely need to change that. Luckily, it has rained a little over the last few days, which means I can get my bike really nice and dirty. Great, the bike is really dirty. Perfect for testing the washing device. I hang the front wheel up on the homemade hook and then secure the lower wheel with the tension strap so the bike is safely secured. Now I can start cleaning the bike. Not bad, but also not really an improvement. Let me know what you think of the idea and what you would do better.